Hello, welcome to June 19th, 2023. It's June 19th, something to remember. My name is Kurt Bell, and this is my daily Good Life meditation video, an exercise that I do every morning a little bit after waking up. It's now 4:46 a.m. I do this to remember my life objectives and principles, those which are outlined in my book, Going Alone. I also use this time to think about the last 24 hours, including my sleep, to see how I did with the challenges and opportunities that I met. And then I conclude by thinking about the coming day, forecasting which challenges and opportunities I can see and planning how I will meet them and make the better use of them. And then then I finish. That's it. All right, first last night and yesterday. Good night's sleep, though I don't feel rested. It's been a tough 3 days. Entertaining a friend. It's not tough entertaining a friend. It's just that it's activity that is outside the scope of my usual routine, and it's tiring, but it's well worth it. It's very fun, and we're doing things that really push the limit. Like yesterday, I actually went surfing for the first time in 30 years. It was successful. I was able to get up 3 times. I stopped as soon as my fatigue really started to wear into me, and I'm glad I did, because I had a remaining day ahead with my wife, and I wanted to not be debilitatingly tired, and it was good, so I was all right. But surfing again like that was more anxiety. Is that the right word? It sounds too strong a word, but I think it is right. I was more anxious about that attempt at surfing than really anything in a long time. Strange type of anxiety, not the necessity anxiety of work, but more like what I was afraid of. And the way I explained it to Hiko was, I was afraid that I was going to peel back the skin of myself and discover the old man near at hand, right there below the surface. That's what I was afraid of. I did something similar 30 years ago, the last time I surfed in Japan, when I joined a small surf expedition from Osaka over to the Sea of Japan, where we surfed on the west side of the west coast of Japan, small waves. I was still energetic and confident from my surfing days in Humboldt, which is quite another thing altogether, being able to surf up there on the northern coast, very tippy-top northern coast of California, where the ocean is scary. And I was able to do that successfully. And then when I came to Japan, facing small waves, safe ocean, relatively so, I was unable to do it. I was totally just beaten up. Disappointment. It was embarrassing. And that was after about 2 years of not being surfing regularly. And I was only like 26 at the time. Even my default resting bodily state, I've always been blessed with relatively good health, was good then, but I was defeated utterly. How much more so I worried at this age. Not that I wonder why I felt that way. I almost said afraid. I know the old man is just there. I feel him right below my skin. I guess I didn't want to see him so close, so clearly. Maybe I was afraid of the danger. There was a time when I was paddling yesterday that my heart was beating quick, and I thought, is this good? Could I have a heart attack? So there's that too. So I think that's it. I was afraid to find something out about myself that I didn't necessarily like. Instead, what I found out about myself was, I'm doing really good. I mean, I was able to paddle strong. I was able to paddle all the way out to the outside. I was able to catch 3 waves and probably in about 6-7 attempts. So I had a number of attempts where it just couldn't quite get on the wave. Had a couple of good wipeouts as well. I did a lot better than I thought I would. If I kept that up, if I began to surf regularly, which I won't, but if I was to begin to surf regularly, I could do it. I could get myself back in shape, and I'd be good at it. I don't know, I wouldn't say I'd be a good surfer, but I'd be good at the effort. Be able to paddle out to the lineup, be able to do the things. I would. The thing is, I won't. I have no interest in that. That's the other thing I discovered. A surfer. I am not. I have not just, no, a surfer I don't want to be. I could be a surfer, but I don't want to be a surfer. That is a more interesting, still, discovery. There's something about going out there into the sea and paddling around and catching waves and being in the wet that is satisfying. It's the same satisfaction that comes with sex. It's a kind of a, how do you describe it? Achieving something, being somewhere, doing something real and alive. That's what comes with surfing. And I imagine a lot of sports like that, playing volleyball in the sand, skiing, driving a car real fast, maybe, whatever the case may be. I don't want that stuff. Maybe it's even better than that. Maybe I don't need it anymore. I'll let it rest at that. Anything more I could say, it might sound more self-congratulatory or flattering than I wish to say. But it does feel, I'll just leave it this, it does feel like I've moved beyond a level of distraction that a lot of life is. It's the same distraction that comes of filling an evening with television, I think. Or filling a conversation with gossip. Not quite. Flowers of a different sort. But still, in terms of pursuant to my life purpose, only peripheral. Sure, I could apply the principle of fun to these activities, and that would work. But it wasn't very much fun. No. I get a lot more fun out of having lunch with my wife and taking a walk with my wife. I'm sitting here with my dog, reading a book, writing words. Yeah, that's fun. Dreaming. I like dreaming. So there's that. I'll just let that all sit there. I learned a lot yesterday. The good life. 7 objectives. 1, to be always ready to die. 2, to make good and effective use of time. 3, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles. 4, to cultivate good emotional reactions. 5, to perform good actions. 6, to recognize true limits and true opportunity. And 7, to do just one thing at a time, and do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully. Now for my 34 principles. War, reason, homunculus, anchor hold, home of good and evil, purpose, atomic principle, principle of nature, maturity, pirate ride, temperance, life will not go well, the horror show, that which must be born, feast of woeful, distraction, agency in the great indifference, the best seat in the house, the restless man, path of wildness, the great life adventure, sin and damnation. No, the risk of avoiding risk, sin and damnation, complete oblivion, the bullseye aim, the season of philosophy, the uphill climb, arena and utility, nothing is enough, and the principle of fun. Kind of mixed a couple up there, and maybe I missed 1 or 2. That's all right. All of these are listed in my book, Going Alone, in the chapter titled The Good Life. Now for today. I have the day off. I have tomorrow off too. today I'm going to pick up Hiko at 10 at his Airbnb here in Huntington Beach. Then I'll drive him to Santa Monica, where we're going to have lunch with Kat McDowell and a few others of Kat McDowell of the J-Vlog community. So another old J-Vlogger, or I shouldn't say old, another J-Vlogger from the day. An OG J-Vlogger. That'll be nice. And then I'll come home from there and spend the evening at home. I look forward to that. Maybe, hopefully, take a dip in the ocean later. Maybe I'll take a dip in the ocean at Redondo Beach. Or Santa Monica, that is. Yeah, that'd be fun. Anyway, but I need to get home before rush hour, though. Anyway, that's good enough. I wish you all the best. Be safe, but not too safe. And with that, my life is done, if not finished. See ya.